Yeah. Hey. What's good? Hippie soul in the building, man. So, like, this is one of the newest videos that this is my first video for 2020, actually. No, not even. Like, it's my second video. But it's my first spiritual, non-spiritual video. I understand? My first left brain. Everything where we are right now is opposite. You understand? So you have to understand that me coming from the spiritual realm, like, I kind of lose the direction and the polarities sometimes, So, like, anyway, on this video, we're gonna talk about, like, one of the most important skills. I understand? Actually, just one skill that can help you to change your life, like, day and night. Just this one skill will help you to actually see that all of the problems that you thought you have are predicated on how much of a person are you able, or let me put it this way, like, how much can you express yourself simply as a person, you understand? Like, for each and everything, So, for example, if, like, you have an idea, right? And then you want to do something, but you can't do it alone because you need certain resources. Oh yeah, that's dope. Where is it? Can you see it? Anyway, you need, like, a certain number of resources, you understand? And you also need, like, a certain type of mindset, You need to cultivate that kind of mindset. But what's mostly important is that you need communication. You need to learn how to communicate. See, if you can master the art of communication, I understand. If you can learn how to communicate with everyone and to communicate the things that you need to communicate, because a lot of us are not struggling because we actually lack these things that we need to move forward. You understand? We're struggling because we have created a barrier, that doesn't allow us to express ourselves, But it's a generational thing, because if you can look at it, all the 90s above, they have the same kind of problem, that is predicated by how they were programmed, you understand? So, even the 80s, they have the same problem, predicated on how they was programmed, so on and so on, I understand? But the thing is now, since we are programmed this way, let me make an example. Since I'm a 90s baby, so I'm just gonna talk about 90s baby. I understand? 90s baby are crazy. You understand? Like, you might find a 90s baby who's quiet and all that. You understand? But if they can actually express themselves, you would see what I'm talking about. And it's simply because, like, we come in a time whereby we are now, like, the world is ready to actually express itself, the truth of the world, through us, you understand? Through us. But now, there has to be a form of resistance so that we can know that we are the generation that are supposed to do that. Because other generations, they had to do what they do. You understand? That's going to influence the next generation. So it's like that kind of cycle, So, like, now, I was just giving you, like, it's a mix of a disclaimer and just an insight, you understand? So now I'm going to be as clear as ABC, that one skill that I'm talking about is communication. 100%. You should learn how to communicate. Every language, if possible. But as long as you have English, you can actually get far, because you don't need school, you don't need money. All of that shit is just an illusion. It's that barrier that I'm talking about. It's what creates the barrier. You understand? Back then, when it was bartering system and exchange system, there was different forms of anxieties and all of that shit that stops people from evolving beyond that system. You understand? So with that, it's still the same thing, but just on a different time frame, So if you can learn to communicate, properly learn how to communicate, and that's all you need. You don't need money. You don't even need any other person. If you can communicate with God directly, you understand? You can learn that as well. To actually, a lot of people, they want to communicate with God, but they use prayer. You understand? And prayer is a sort of thank you, And there is communication. Prayer is a thank you, And then there is communication. So that communication, I can say it's like meditation, Things like meditating, things that actually get your mind to be quiet and listen, so that you can fully listen to everything that is happening. That's when you communicate with God, because that's where you're gonna get guidance and answers for things that you've been wanting to know for a long time. Some of them you even forgot that I wanted to know this thing, But the answer will come, and then you're gonna feel a certain expansion happening in your life. Then you can move forward, It's gonna be natural. It's just gonna be that spontaneous. You won't even get the time to think about it unless you are spiritually inclined, because you're gonna see how it even came about, So simple as ABC, learn how to communicate. It might take a while, because even if you can look at it, what we are doing at school, we are learning to communicate, so that when we get to the workplace, we can communicate in a way that serves the workplace that we have chosen to communicate in a way that is being, what's this word, operated, whatever, So a person who's doing engineering will not communicate in the same way as a person who's doing sports or athletes. You understand? So if you want to do athletes, communicate with athletes. Communicate in an athletic way. Understand the vocabulary, how they do things, why they do things, and how they actually get into the contracts, and how they actually learn how to communicate. I don't even want to talk about the contracts, because those are not important. They are just the criteria, to filter around certain people that the companies don't need, But just learn how to communicate. If you can properly learn how to communicate, you're gonna get anything you want. I understand. It might take a while. Remember that. Hippie soul in the building, man. See you on the next one. Bam!